Okay, we're on.
I want to introduce you to the Dick Jonas Aerosonic website. About a year ago, I redesigned the website so it doesn't look anything at all like it used to. But unless you went to the website over a year ago, it doesn't make any difference to you, does it? At the top of each page is my logo, a guitar, and a silhouette of the F-16, and a copy of my Command Pilot wings. And then these entries here are all hot links, and it takes you to the various pages around the website. And I won't go to them all because that would take most of the period, and I want to sing for you. Some interesting pages in the website is the gallery. Well, the gig schedule tells you where my next shows are going to be. The gallery's got a lot of pictures. It's got a picture of me as a second lieutenant, just got my wings. Picture, well, there you go. And this is a picture, I think I showed you these pictures the other day. This was at Ubon, Thailand. We were welcoming the new wing commander in. Friend of mine, ex-Thud pilot, also a picker and grinner, Miss Mary, the boss. And hold it a second right there. This guy, Oscar Brand, is sort of the granddaddy of military folk musicians. Oscar's a good bit older than me, and I'm old. But this is sort of both generations of military balladeers. Oscar, and then that's me, that's Irv Levine, Thud pilot, Toby Hughes, Chip Dockery. Chip Dockery was one of 399 combat missions in the F-4. Toby Hughes, Dick Davis, you can't quite see him, but he's right back there playing a harmonica. And this guy is named Emmett Brooks. He owns a music recording studio in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And almost all of my albums, and there's 25 of them, were recorded at Emmett Brooks Recording Studio. Great guy. I think I'll just stop it there and go on with the songs. That's okay.
Sounds great.
Okay, this first song I wrote when I was in Thailand, flying combat missions. It's called Will There Be a Tomorrow? Can you say, will the sun rise tomorrow? Will there be any time left to borrow? Biographical statement to you. I am president of the Northern Arizona chapter of Military Officers Association of America. So if any of your parents, mom or dad, has ever been an officer in any of the military services, to include the Public Health Service and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, I would love to talk to them. So get my contact info from Colonel Peoples, and if they're interested in MOA, we call it MOAA, I'd love to talk to them. Also, I've put the URL for my website. You can also download a lot of my stuff from iTunes. If you're looking for good sound bites, go to cdbaby.com, type in my name, and they've got sound bites on, 100 or so of the songs on the collection. You can also get my CDs and books from Amazon.com. Okay, enough advertisement. Let's. I used to have this bit called Friends. Do you feel weak and run down when hit by a semi? Or all alone and deserted when you fall down an elevator shaft? If so, try Pinkerton's Little Pink Pills for pooped, pale, pallid, peaked people. Guaranteed to please or money back. This one's called Booze and Buddies, and I think it came out of World War I. We are the boys who fly high in the sky, bosom buddies while boozing are we. We are the boys who they send up to die, bosom buddies while boozing are we. Up in headquarters they scream and they shout, talking about things they know nothing about. We are the boys who they send up to die, bosom buddies while boozing are we. We stand neath silent rafters, the walls around us are bare. They echo back our laughter, it seems that the dead are still there. Stand to your glasses steady, let not a tear fill your eye. A toast to the dead already, rock for the next man to die. In flaming spat and camel, with wings of wood and steel, for mortal stakes we gamble, with cards that are stacked for the deal. So stand to your glasses steady, let not a tear fill your eye. A toast to the dead already, rock for the next man to die. We died by the land that bore us, betrayed by the ones we hold dear. The good have all gone before us, and only the dull are still here. Stand to your glasses steady, let not a tear fill your eye. A toast to the dead already, rock for the next man to die. We climb into the purple twilight, we loop into silvery dawn. Black smoke trails behind us, show where our comrades have gone. Stand to your glasses steady, let not a tear fill your eye. Toast to the dead already, rock for the next man to die. We are the boys who fly high in the sky, bosom buddies while boozing are we. We are the boys who they send up to die, bosom buddies while boozing are we. Up in headquarters they scream and they shout, talking about things they know nothing about. We are the boys who they send up to die, bosom buddies while boozing are we. Bosom buddies while boozing are we. Had to have come out of World War I because it's the boys who they send up to die, no girls. And there were no girls flying fighters until after I got out of the Air Force. The environment that I lived in as a fighter pilot in the United States Air Force up until 1986 was a male-only club. But that is no longer true. I had a recording session for my number 12 CD and rounded up 5 female combat flyers to do 2 songs, one about the A-10 and another one that's slightly risque. But all of them had flown combat. One gal had 99 missions in the A-10, another gal 21 missions in the Sandbox and the B-52. Okay, next song is called Battle Hymn of the Red River Rats. I'm proudly wearing my River Rat patch, having flown missions north of the Red River in North Vietnam. And I like this song. It starts off with singing, but then it has a monologue in it. The Red River Rats meet again, telling tales, remembering when battles joined in the sky, shed out what gave our lives. Red River Rats meet again. War is never a beautiful thing, but we fought for the right on the way, dropping bombs, dodging flag fights, fixed we'll be back. Shout the rats battle cry, let it ring. Sing the Red River Rats battle hymn. Hold your head high, stand tall, you are men. Never run from a fight, be prepared day and night. Sing the Red River Rats battle hymn. Look around, there's a few empty chairs. Honored comrades should be sitting there. Some are dead where they fell, some fall on from a cell. Charger glass, raising high, drink to them. Tell you a tale of a curly head. Tell you the truth, cause I was there. About what happened when Ho Chi Minh back then. Gyrene sailor in Air Force tied, black smoke pouring from a hot tailpipe. Flying and fighting, living a life is hard. Black smoke, red samphire, pressing your luck right down to the wire. Pickle them off and root that mother for home. Battle ain't over till you park and chalk, so if you fly and fight, keep your guns unlocked. Don't try to fly and fight when you're all alone. What's that telltale whisk I see? That's a contrail pull by Fishbed Sea. Carter's fat and it looks like time to be. Beats got bandits, 12 o'clock high. Let's bend it around and scramble for sky and arm your gun, cause ain't no game in this way. We flew the valley and the railroad lines, and Bien Bien flew to the Campo Vines, but the price was high, measured for its red blood. Tales are told in the halls of fame when warriors meet your boots and Skyhawk crusader in through the phantom blood. The Red River Rats meet again, telling tales, remembering when battles joined in the sky, shed our blood, gave our lives. The Red River Rats meet again. Remember I told you yesterday about the kind of bombs we dropped in Vietnam? They were dome bombs. We didn't have any EO, electro-optical, or laser-guided bombs until the late 60s. Just before I left UBON to come back to the States, a new squadron showed up at the base, 25th Fighter Squadron. And they had some cosmosity in avionics-wise and munitions-wise. They brought along with them the first laser-guided bombs. Who knows what laser stands for? $20. Light amplification through stimulated emission of radiation. And what it does is a way of collimating a beam of light and just loading that thing with energy. And it has really 2 uses. You can use it, reflect it off a target, and put a seeker on the nose of your bomb, and it'll slide right down that beam and strike the target. It's extremely accurate. Another thing you can do, if you've got enough oomph in the beam, is you could shine it at an ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile, and just disintegrate the thing. Lasers are wonderful. You can also use them for communication. Well, there was this place up in Route Pack 4 called, yes?
I heard the only problem they had with the laser was that it was so powerful, if they got it concentrated enough, it would burn through everything. Like, if you directed it at an ICBM, it would literally go through the missile, into the sky, into outer space, maybe into a planet, into a moon. It was just so powerful. Nothing can stop it.
Well, you know, for a long time, the Air Force, and I don't know who the contractor was, experimented with a 747 with a laser on board. It was a death ray, is exactly what it was.
Exactly.
The idea was, just as you described, to shine this laser beam on an ICBM boosting up through above the Earth's atmosphere and disintegrate the thing. It can be done, yes.
Absolutely.
Well, anyhow, there was this place called Fanwa Bridge up in Route Pac 4. And we expended an awful lot of bombs, an awful lot of airplanes, and some good pilots up there trying to knock it out. Well, the 25th Squadron came down, and they took a flight of 4 F-4s loaded with laser-guided bombs and dropped that dude in the water. And I wrote this song about that. On the day Fanwa Bridge saw the light, guys in the wolf pack went up north to fight. Did our thing like we oughta, we dropped that bridge in the water. On the day Fanwa Bridge saw the light. There's a lot of good planes in the mud on the Fanwa Bridge, and a lot of parachutes laying out on Fanwa Ridge. And the guys that took them north can't go nowhere, all because of the guns on the ground on Fanwa Bridge. On the day Fanwa Bridge saw the light, guys in the wolf pack lit up north to fight. Did our thing like we oughta, we dropped that bridge in the water. On the day Fanwa Bridge saw the light. So we put our heads together one night around a tall sing-high kite here, trying to figure out a way to kill a bridge that didn't really want to die. Talked it up to the boys with the bombs with the brains. They allowed to kill the Fanwa Bridge, wouldn't take no strain. On the day Fanwa Bridge saw the light, guys in the wolf pack lit up north to fight. We did our thing like we oughta, we dropped that bridge in the water. On the day Fanwa Bridge saw the light. Here's a song that came out of the Korean era. There was a guy named Bill McChrystal, call sign Romeo, stationed at Izuki Air Base, Japan. And there was a squadron of P-51s there, and he was assigned as one of the squadron pilots. And his name, Bill Romeo McChrystal, was written on the side of tail number 801. When he first wrote this song, he called it Air Force 801, which is the tail number of the airplane. But over the years, so many people have listened to it and performed it and liked it, and the whole story is about Izuki Tower, really. So it came to be known as Izuki Tower. And on my number 6 album, that's the title. It's the title song from that album. Listen to the rumble, hear old Merlin roar. I'm flying over Moji like I never flew before. Hear the mighty rush of the slipstream, hear old Merlin moan. I'll wait a bit and say a prayer and hope it gets me home. Izuki Tower, this is Air Force 801. I'm turning on a downwind leg, my prop is overrun. My coolant's overheated, the gate says 121. Better get crashed throughout and get 'em on the run. Air Force 801, this is Izuki Tower. I cannot call a crash throughout, this is their coffee hour. You're not cleared in the pattern, now that is plain to see. So take it on around again, you ain't no VIP. Izuki Tower, this is Air Force 801. I'm turning on the base leg, I see your biscuit gun. My engine's running rougher, the coolant's going cold. I'm gonna buy a Mustang, so look out down below. Now listen, Air Force 801, this is song to record it, 96, a while back. And Miss Mary, bless her heart, good old fighter pilot's wife over there, she gets down to the last line there. And the way Bill McChrystal wrote the song, it was the Mustang that went to hell. She says, that's not right. It was the tower that screwed up. So she rewrote that next to the last line there and sent the tower to hell.
So I'm guessing he couldn't get permission to land and he exploded in midair.
Yeah, his engine was going and he was going to get on the ground one way or the other, you know.
Wow.
It's all fiction, you know. Yeah. Fighter pilots are born with the right to lie, and that's a kind of a tall tale, too. I've got a couple more in the song here. I'll point them out to you. I am a Yankee Air pirate with deep teeth and bloodshot eyeballs. My nerves are all run down from bombing downtown, from sand breaks and bad bandit calls. A Yankee Air pirate, a Yankee Air pirate, a Yankee Air pirate am I. A Yankee Air pirate, a Yankee Air pirate. If I don't get my 100, I'll die. I've carried iron bombs on the outpost, blown high cap for M1 thuds. I've spilled a counter or two once or twice and sweated my own rich red blood. A Yankee Air pirate, a Yankee Air pirate, a Yankee Air pirate am I. A Yankee Air pirate, a Yankee Air pirate. If I don't get my 100, I'll die. I've been downtown to Los Angeles. I knew you kept it again. And if you ask me, then I'm sure you can see there's no place up there I ain't been. A Yankee Air pirate, a Yankee Air pirate, a Yankee Air pirate am I. A Yankee Air pirate, a Yankee Air pirate. If I don't get my 100, I'll die. This next song is dedicated to crew chief. The crew chief is the maintenance guy, usually a staff sergeant plus or minus a grade or two, who takes care of that airplane. Pilot goes out and has all the fun flying it, but all the rest of the time, the crew chief is in charge of that thing. And crew chiefs get called wrench benders. So the name of this song is Wrench Bender. There's a couple of things I need to explain to you. It talks about a three-stripe sergeant. I wrote this when I was at Kadena in the early 70s. And back then, a three-striper was known as a buck sergeant. They're known as senior airmen now, of course. A name that pops up is the guy who was the wing commander in the 18th Fighter Wing at Kadena Air Base, Okinawa, a guy named Bob Titus, known as Earthquake Titus, for all the noise he made with higher headquarters. Bob Titus shot down 3 MiGs in Vietnam. He was a squadron commander at Da Nang Air Base, which I showed you on the map the other day, and he got 3 MiGs. Shot one down with the gun. He got another one with the heat seeker, sidewinder, and another one with the AIM-7 radar guided missile. I'm a young wrench bender on the fighter ramp. Greasy fair britches is my trademark stamp, and I'm present for duty every day, if it rains or shines. I'm a three-stripe sergeant with a wife and a child. The Mickey Mouse crap nearly drives me wild. My pay's about half of what they make in the old salt mine. Well, I could go AWOL, but it wouldn't help at all. An earthquake Titus would hang me at sunrise. So I'll just hope it don't get no worse. I hope this song got a second used to call those guys as chalk kickers. Because when you go out to fly, you climb in the airplane, you crank it up, the crew chief's on the intercom, making sure you don't catch on fire or something exciting like that. And then the last thing he does after he unplugs the intercom, he goes over and takes the chocks from in front of your wheels so you can taxi out to the runway and take off. This next song is a true story. It's about a guy that got shot down, and he lived for a little while hanging in a parachute in the karst. Karst is vertical, craggy hills that is really dangerous to be in. And a rescue effort was mounted. They sent PJs, parajumpers, rescue guys up there, and when they got to him, he was dead. His name was Jeb Stewart. It happened after I left the 433rd Squadron. I had been back in the States for quite a while. But the story got told to me by one of my classmates in the fighter weapons school, a guy named J.J. Winters. J.J. told me the story, and I just made the words rhyme. This is really his song. Ballad of Jeb Stewart. On a steep and jagged hillside near McGee Pass, hanging in a parachute, this day is his last. Just another fighter jock, they're mostly all the same. But this one here was different. Jeb Stewart was his name. Jeb was feeling mighty poorly, both his legs was broke, and I could see him hanging there between the puffs of smoke. I told Jeb, now drink some water, Sandy's on the way. Jolly Greens are coming in, we'll get you out today. I could tell that he was hurt much worse than first I thought. Sometimes he just wouldn't answer, and sometimes he'd talk. Oh, Jeb likely needs a doctor, I had said to Crown. When he came back with Jolly's got PJs, they'll soon be down. I held tight, kept Jeb talking to me all the while. When I told him, here comes Sandy, I could see him smile. Jeb said, listen, babe, you have old Sandy watch his stuff. They got CPU and small arms, this one's gonna be tough. Sandy flew right down the valley looking for the sights. He pulled off with battle damage and turned around to fight. Jeb called up and told him, Sandy, bring it down again. The guns are down behind the cars, now laying it on in. Jeb worked Sandy like a pack, hit 20 meters right. Watched the small arms on the left, then all the guns went quiet. Jeb was talking low and weaker, time was running out. The guns are down and Jolly's here, but I begin to doubt. First the DJs tried to reach him, but it took too long. I was bingo -7, trying to hit for home. All the way to Won't Country, not a word was said. Cause when the DJ finally reached him, young Jeb Stewart was dead. We rolled out and taxied in and climbed out in the rain. Toot and Bill and all the boys, they met us at the plane. I told who Jeb didn't make it, they got him mad fast. And I came home because my bird was running out of gas. Listen, boys, and hear me good, I want you all to know that old Jeb died a hero's death, the way we all would go. You can download that off of iTunes. It's my top downloader. The most songs that I've put up on iTunes, it gets downloaded. That one. Here's another one, kind of a tall tale, but probably the same thing happened more or less many times. It's called Pull the Boom from the Gas Hole. You remember I showed you the tankers the other day, and the fighters moving up under them, and then they open up this air refueling door back on the F4s back behind the rear canopy. And then the boomer takes that long pole and he sticks it in that hole, we'll call it a gas hole, and pumps you full of gas. Well, the story on this is these guys go up on an early morning strike, it's a two-ship, and one of them gets shot down. And the other guy he sticks around waiting for this rescue guys to come. And he has to keep cycling onto the tanker and back so he doesn't run out of gas. So here it is. Pull the boom from the gas hole. Pull that boom from the gas hole, tanker, let me go. Clear me out of the anchor track before the sun sinks low. Got a buddy on the ground up north and root back for. Pull the pipe from the gas hole, boomer, let me go. We rolled in on the bridge up north about daylight. And the guns on the ground was looking for a fight. Pulling up, we got hosed pretty good with CPU. And they shot off the starboard wing, the Wolfpack 2. That boom from the gas hole tanker, let me go. Clear me out of the anchor track before the sun sinks low. Got a buddy on the ground up north and root back for. Pull the pipe from the gas hole, boomer, let me go. The old Wolfpack 2 was on the beat when he hit the ground. I told him, don't you go nowhere, just hang around. Got a jolly green giant coming in a little while. Hang loose, old buddy, we'll bring you home in style. Well, old Sandy came in first with that 50 cal. And that super jolly green looked good as a big-eyed gal. Wolfpack 2 spent the night down south at NKB with a tall sing eye and a booyah on his knee. The gas tanker, let me go. Clear me out of the anchor track before the sun sinks low. Got a buddy on the ground up north and root back for. Pull the pipe from the gas hole, boomer, let me go. Okay, you get the guy.
How long does it usually take to fill up an entire F4, F16 fuel tank?
I'm sorry?
How long does it take usually to fill up an entire fuel tank?
I'm glad you asked that. When I taught Air Force Junior ROTC over in Bullhead City, I used to teach a lot of math to my kids. My undergraduate degree is in physics and math. So I will give you a math problem. The fuel tanks on the F4 would hold, if you had external wing tanks and all the internal tanks, 17,000 pounds approximately. And the rate of flow from the tanker is 2,000 pounds a minute. So how long does it take to fill up the tanks?
Like 10 seconds.
Well, remember, for even money, let's say it's 16,000 pounds he's going to give you.
That's like,
Like 6.5.
And he's
something.
passing at 2,000 pounds a minute. So that's how many minutes?
so tanks like 20,000.
How many?
8.
8? Give her $20. You just got the right answer. NKP was where the rescue forces were, the A1s and the Jolly Greens up in northeast Thailand. Yeah. And so when they picked him up, they took him back to NKP where their base was. And he celebrates, having survived this battle in the war by having a nice, tall, cool Singhai beer. Singhai is a Thai beer. And a Puyang on his knee. A Puyang is a pretty girl in Thailand. And if she is your sweetheart, she is known as the Tilak. This next song is about the guys who load the bombs on the wings and put the bullets in the gun. They're known as gun plumbers. Dear God, bless the gun plumber, so fair and handsome. Please bring him safely back home from the war. He plays with explosives, so fat, dumb, and happy. Dear God, bless the gun plumber forevermore. They call me a gun plumber when I can't hit him. But I know they say it. A friend told me flying air combat is a real education in geography, if nothing else. Well, I took off from Ubon in a thick and heavy driving rain. I told him my boss out to Green Anchor tanker plane. I had this brand new AC riding in the front seat. A guy, I skipped ahead, didn't he? Guy was 6 months RTU, before that a tweet. He asked me if my counter's numbered much more than 10. I said, listen, Mac, there ain't no place up there I ain't been. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere. Across the mountains bare, man, I seen the flag-filled air. Of sands I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. In the Hanoi, Haifa, Indian Bay, Langs on the wall, I keep those Sante, war, been man, been tie, been back, been tie, been deal, I'll be a Vito, son. Big Ridge, Northeast Railroad, back mine, in gang, back gang, Yang. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere. Across the mountains bare, man, I seen the flag-filled air. Of sands I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. In the San Luis, Van, Clang, Tucson, Battle Lake, Don, Roy, Wonky, Fanwa, Red Root, Black Root, Blue Root, Purple Root, Channel 97, Red, Black River Valley, Waterside, down the slide, hang my hide in town, across town, uptown, downtown. I've been everywhere, I've been everywhere. Across the mountains bare, man, I seen the flag-filled air. Of sands I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. In the people, 1, 2, 3, 2, sign in China, San, 2, San, 2, 1, 2, I don't check it over, I'm walking on, I had to know it more, you can send by 1, 9. Get a zucchini, you got a 4, hang, Kagoshima, Hiroshima, hot dang. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere. Across the mountains there, man, I seen the flag-filled air. Of sands I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. SoCal, Holland, Wake, Midway, Hong Kong, Bangkok, Beijing, Manila Bay, Valentine, and Titan, Keelan, Kai, Sinchu, Kashan, Singapore, Tokyo, Taipei, Taichung City, all night, all day. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere. Across the mountains bare, man, I seen the flag-filled air. Of sands I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. Okay, let's skip on over to RPaa then. I told you fighter pilots are born with the right to lie. I've never been to Singapore. This is a song I checked out in the F-16 down at MacDill Air Force Base in Florida in 81, somewhere along in there. And while I was down there, the thing was just such a wonderful piece of machinery. While I was down there, I wrote this song about flying the F-16. It's called RPaa Bravo, RPAAB, which stands for, anybody want to take a guess? Yeah. You cheated. Well, I'm an RPaa Bravo and I fly the F-16. It's better than sex and mom's apple pie. It's the neatest little jet you ever seen. It'll kick the hell out of fox, bat, fish, pet, flogger, what a flying machine. I'm an RPaa Bravo and I fly the F-16. I once drafted 6 a Fox 5 Echo at 17,000 feet. He was loaded with 20 millimeter and AIM-9J and B. Just laid a bat turn down his throat and I shot him in the 2 front teeth. And I heard him shout from the fireball, curse you, I just can't stand the heat. So I told him to get the heck out of my kitchen. Had a little friend down in southern Arizona that flew the Eaton jet. Sent me a letter and said, come on down, I got something that you ain't seen yet. So I kicked my tires and I lit the fire, and over a wicked bird we met. And in 22 seconds my little friend calls up and says, hey, I want to change the bet. So I asked him what it felt like to be number 2. Now there ain't no yarn about flying and fighting that's done without a tomcat tail. So I took him down to Miramar the 4th of July. I got a buddy there that likes to sail. Well, the weather was terrible, but we went anyway. The heck with the blooming gale. He never seen me, I seen him, and I shot a bunch of holes in its tail. Kind of made the fur fly on that top there. Now, if ever Ivan decides to fight, and I just kind of think he will, I may get a chance to show that turkey what it means to fly and kill. Me and the layman, the electric jet, probably gonna fit the bill. We'll run him down from hell to breakfast and kick his butt for free. I'm an RPaa Bravo and I fly the F-16. Better than sex and bomb apple pie, it's the neatest little jet you ever seen. It'll kick the hell out of fox, fat fish, fed water, and the F-15. I'm an RPaa Bravo and I fly the F-16. Thank you. Sir?
I think you sang us to it last year.
Oh, that's right. I did pick and grin for you guys one time.
That's
And I probably
that's
sang out.
why I knew what RPaa was when you thought that.
Oh, you weren't cheating then. I apologize. I want to sing you the song about the Thud pilot. I wrote this one while I was in Thailand. We used to fly a lot of escort on the F-105s. We'd be keeping the MiGs off or dropping seeds in the water, and they'd be dropping bombs on bridges and command posts and other things like that. The F-105, one of my buds, Irv Levine, I told you about a minute ago, told me that early in the war, the Thud jocks, the F-105 jocks, were running about a 60% casualty rate. That's pretty doggone heavy. The stories going around in Thailand had it that the epitome of optimism was a Thud jock that quit smoking because it was hazardous to his health. I think I told you one of these stories yesterday about following F-105s around waiting for them to blow up. Did I tell you that one? Did I tell you one about the guy that goes to Karate and it's his first mission of a 100 mission tour and he gets shot down on the first mission? Did I tell you that one? It's a good story. But anyhow, the news was good. The Sandys came in, the Jolly Greens came in, picked him up, lugged him back to Karate, where he was met by the wing commander and some other dignitaries, his squadron commander and the director of operations and so forth. And the wing commander says, "Son, how do you feel?" And the guy says, "Sir, I don't believe I can stand another 99 of these." I'm a Thud pilot. I love my plane. It's my body